Hey, so the video I'm going to do today, as usual, for my own benefit, so I remember the views I have at this age and everything. Well, at the moment, there's a lot going around about equality, gender equality, stuff like that. But that's only one issue with equality. I actually have always felt that there are more issues with equality than people are admitting. Like, the fact that people think that they are better than other species. I truly do believe that I like other species more than humans because they don't think of themselves as better. It's like humans make arguments why they're better than other animals. Well, because we have thumbs. Like, who the fuck cares? And yeah, okay, we have created technology and everything, and all the resources have been there and other animals haven't done that, sure, but that stuff isn't even necessary for survival. That stuff isn't necessary for our spiritual growth, and our spiritual growth is really what matters in this life. I think people who kill animals just for fun, I can't bring myself to say that I respect them at all. I mean, there's even things like killing flies. I mean, I know Russell Brand has also said something similar, that he does not kill flies if they're buzzing around, he tolerates them, and I have felt the same way for a very long time. I don't think I recall killing a fly. If I ever did, I was quite young, and I would have felt really bad, which is why I would not have done it again. I have never purposefully killed anything. I don't see why anyone would. What is the good in that? Every living thing has a soul and a journey. And humans think that they have the right to just end another creature's journey whenever they feel like it. Just because they're humans. Like, are you serious? I do not agree with that. I do not agree with that at all. I mean, I know people say, oh, we need to eat animals to survive. Well, okay. If you are starving and you need to feed your family, kill an animal, alright. But these days, they are treating animals with so much disrespect, and they are keeping them in environments where it is not healthy. And these animals, they don't have the freedom that they need for their soul journey. They aren't experiencing anything that they should be able to experience. And these days, with all this farming and stuff, the animals that are in there are more than we need. I mean, you see all this stuff in the supermarket, it's all going out of date and everything because people aren't buying it It's like they are killing more animals than we need to be killing. We should only have to kill them if it is the only way for us to survive. But we aren't doing that. They're breeding them and killing them to make money. And that is really ridiculous. I'm trying not to swear, so I don't have to put like an age restriction thing on the videos. But yeah, it really bothers me. I can't believe that humans think that they have the right to cut down forests, stuff like that, because obviously trees help us to survive. Trees give us the air that we breathe, and we give them the air that they breathe. That should be enough to know that we should live in harmony, because we help each other survive. That it's just a no-brainer to me, really. I saw a tree fallen at the park yesterday, and I went over and I hugged it, and I was sad, and I cried a little, but I knew that it had finished that part of its journey, and it would be energy elsewhere. So obviously I couldn't let myself stay sad for long. But then, apart from those sorts of things, you know, there's also the fact that in the forest, in the ground, in the trees, so many animals live there. So many animals that we're robbing of homes. And it really bothers me when people see an animal in their house, like a mouse or a spider, and they just kill it because it's in their house. Before we built these big houses with more than enough room for ourselves and our families, by the way, these animals and their families probably lived on the property. There were probably mice and spiders and things living right where we are, and we have stolen their land, and now we're killing them because they're in our home. We don't see animals killing us because we're in their home, and if they do that, then it's because they're afraid that we will hurt them or kill them, because they know that we do that. I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want any animal to feel threatened by my presence, because I do not intend to harm it. But on top of all that stuff, on land and everything, there's water. There's the ocean, where all these animals live. That is not for humans. If humans do not survive in the water, then we do not belong in the water. I don't understand why humans think they have the right to go out there and take all the creatures that they want out of the water and kill them. And humans talking about keeping sharks away from certain areas so humans can play on the beach. Like, humans don't need to play on the beach, but sharks need to swim in the ocean. We have no right to do that. We have no right to pollute their home either. I do not agree with the way humans are living. I know not all humans live this way, but it's the majority that really counts. And we need more people that don't agree with this kind of stuff, people to voice their opinions, because humans do not have the right to do that kind of bullshit. And even though humans think they're so much better than all these animals, we still do not even consider ourselves equal with each other. There is still racism, which is... Have I already sworn in this video? Because I wouldn't be surprised if I have. Still trying not to though. Racism, completely pointless. We are all beings of energy. We are all souls in shells, and it doesn't matter what our shells look like. Why would it matter what our shells look like? Why would that make any difference whatsoever? It shouldn't. Oh, sorry. I get really passionate about some things. The fact that they've recently had so much about gender inequality has opened my eyes. I didn't realize that it was still such a big issue, and it shouldn't be. I mean, I thought people were getting over racism, and that's good. I thought, oh, well, that's one thing out of the way, but really there is probably always going to be some racism. But I didn't think gender inequality would be a thing. I mean, I grew up knowing that women get paid less than men, and I thought that that would have changed by now. I thought that people would have been like, what, that's not right, let's fix that. But apparently we need to campaign for this kind of stuff, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. Why should we have to campaign for equal rights? Why should some people think that they are better than other people? It's fucking ridiculous. They think they're better than animals, and now they think they're better than all the other people, and now they're making rules for all the people to live by just because they want the rules to be that way. And it takes years and years to undo people being selfish prats. I don't want to live in a world where that is such a big thing, where the world is being run by people that are selfish, people that don't see every living being as equal. If you think you are better than anyone else, and if you think that you're better than any creature, then you do not deserve to run a country or a business or anything. You shouldn't be in any form of power whatsoever. I do not think that they should have been given the power that they have. I think it's really sad. And I only recently, like the other day, started watching things, Russell Brand's Trues, because my friend sent it to me. Because he said, oh my god, he talks about all this stuff that we believe in and we've been talking about for ages. So, yeah, I watched it. And there's this one where they're trying to justify putting an elderly man, who is a war veteran, by the way, in jail for feeding the homeless. For feeding the homeless. It is a crime to feed the homeless. How ridiculous is that? If I see a homeless person, I give them whatever money I have that I am not immediately about to use, even though I have no income whatsoever, even though I have to rely on getting money from my parents when I need it. I still give what I have to homeless people, and I offer to buy them food. I just don't understand how people can see someone that's homeless and just look at them in disgust, like there's something wrong with them. You don't know what happened to them. You have no idea. Honestly, I have said for a couple of years now, I would like to not live in a house. I would like to live on the streets. I wouldn't mind, because then I wouldn't be ruled by all these people telling me what I should wear, what I should listen to, what I should watch, and how I should live. I don't want to live in the kind of world where people are telling me what to do. I can't grow as a person. I can't grow spiritually if I'm being held back by all of these stupid made up rules. And another thing is that I don't believe that people should have to live by the rules of the country that they are born into. Just because I am born into Australia does not mean that I have to live by every single one of your rules. I think I do believe that growing up, children should be told what all the laws are for all the countries, and when they get to a certain age where they know what they want and where they want to live, they can choose what place has the laws that they agree with, and they can move there. Because if I wanna get high, if I wanna smoke some weed, I'm gonna do that. I don't care if it's against the law, because I didn't agree to follow that law. I didn't agree to follow any of your stupid laws. I know that laws are put in place for a reason. I know it stops bad people doing bad things, but people only really focus on those sorts of laws. People don't think about the fact that there are laws that don't necessarily need to be followed. People don't realize that there are certain things that should be left up to opinion. I don't really have much else to say on it, so I'm going to go. And thank you for listening to my rant, and hopefully I will not lose these views, because they mean a lot to me, clearly.